Guys, Last Master here. Today we are going to be doing a YouTube video on how to take out and renew a Kawasaki 03 KFX 400 clutch. So today we are going to be doing a video on how to do that. Sorry about the wind. It's very windy where I live. So first you want to take off the case, which I already did. And these springs right here with the bolt in them, they will go into this here. They go right there. So you need to take out 6 of those. And then to renew them, you just either take this off, which I do, and then that'll be like that. But if this thing comes out, just put it back in there. That doesn't really matter that much. That's your shifter. And so there's that. Out, and then you want to take all of your old ones out, which these are old, so you want to make sure you have them all when you pull them out. So there will be, I don't really know how many there will be of these, but I know there's quite a bit. There should be 8 of these, the friction plates, and then 7 of the metal ones. Usually I would recommend oiling these, but these came pre-oiled when I bought them on Amazon. You can buy these on Amazon, eBay, or anything else. And then they just come out just like this. I don't know why that one's being clean butt. And then once you have them all out, which I do not yet, so it should just pop right out. There's the last one. So what you want to do is you want to let me grab up the camera here. So here's all my new friction plates and my metal ones. Here's all the bolts that go in there. Here's this plate. And my case is over there. So now what you want to do, so you want to friction plate first, which is this one, the one with the rigid parts. And it doesn't matter which way these go in. Sorry if my arm's in the way. And then you want that one first. And you want a metal one here. This one, the metal one, matters which side you put it on. So there'll be like a round side, which is like flat, and then there'll be like a rigid side. So you want the flat part facing inward, so just like this. You want this facing in like this, where the rigid part is facing out, and the round part is facing in. And just put it in there, and they all go in order. And then you want to put another one of these, doesn't matter which way, just any way. Just put it in there. And then you want another metal one, which, again, all of them have this, except for the friction plates. The metal ones have a rounded edge. So just put that in there. Here, I can turn on the light. There you guys go. Okay, and so then, now that you have a metal one in, you want to put another friction plate in. And just keep going from here until there should be 7 of these and 8 of these ones. So every time, make sure you're putting the round part in, because that would not function correctly if you did not have that in there. And then so round part going in. Now I will be doing a video on how to put the case on too when we're done putting this all back together. We will be putting it all back together. So just make sure the round part, this part's rigid, that side's round. Now when you're done doing this and it can't fit anymore, there should be 2 left. Should not be any more than 2. I think there's supposed to be 2 left, but that's what I have left. They don't fit in there. And just keep going until it doesn't fit anymore. And the last one is a friction plate. And then on this thing, there's these two here, these notches right here. And then in the motor, right there, where is it? Right there is one of these. So you want to line those up with that. Doesn't have to be like perfectly aligned. And there's like another one down in there. So there's the other one right there, back there. So you want this, and this also turns if you need to turn it. Should turn. And that just comes right out. And there's that. So, and then I don't really know how many there is of these. So I'm going to just put those in. Put these ones in. All these in. And if you have a drill and you're tightening these with a drill, you do not want to tighten these down with a drill. Get them a little tight, because these are aluminum, and aluminum is very, very weak type of metal. And once you get it in there, doesn't matter what drill, but I just have one, and you just put it in there so it's tight. I always want to make sure it goes in there properly. Before you put it in, you want to put these in a little bit, because these like to break. I have broken one before, not on this quad, but one of my other customers' quads. So, and then just hand tighten these a little bit, and if they're not tight, that means it's good. So if they're not tight, put this back on. Let's turn these down a little bit. And then just tighten these down a little bit. And take ratchet of any type. Doesn't matter what one. I can get this off now. For some reason that does not come off. So now I need a pair of needle noses. We'll grab some. Again, sorry about the wind. It's just very windy here. And then what I would recommend doing is just hand tightening it. Just hand tightening them. You want these you want them tight, but not like super duper tight. You don't want to break them. You do not want to break these. Right there. And now it is all good in there. Those are lined up and everything. Then you want to make sure these pins are in here. These pins right here. You want to make sure those are in there. And it looks all good. I don't know if that's good. Here, let me give me a second, guys. I'll grab a rag real quick. Cut out a little bit. And we will be running it. These are brand new, so. Here's the old ones. These are bad. Like if they have that, and look how worn down these are. They're pretty worn down. Like that's not good. You want them like this. You want them looking brand new like that, just like that. Notice how they're not really small. They're not small. And then I do have a gasket. But if you have like gasket left over on here and stuff, always take like a razor knife or something. Hopefully it wasn't like that the whole time. You want like a razor knife. I'm gonna find that in a sec. Alright, found a razor knife. And you just want to take a razor knife and just kind of go along here. And then just kind of, you can also peel some off with your fingers. I can get it. It should be good enough. I already peeled off a lot. So and then you want to put on your new one. Make sure it's going in the right way. I have done that before. So everything's put back together properly. Seems tight. And then you want to take your case, which I got mine right here, and you want to just put it on there. Make sure you got all the pins. Make sure it's all good and tight on there. So I'm just going to take like a stick, just kind of hit it on there a little bit. And then there's going to be one longer bolt on the 03s, which go right here. Go right there. One goes there. One goes right there. It goes right there. And they're all the same size, which is kind of weird. So, it should be fine. So, and then you want your 8. These are all 8s. So I'm just going to set those down right here. And they just go all around the rim of this. All around here. Sorry about my cat. She's a little turd. Some of these are kind of a pain in the butt to get to. You might need like an extension for your drill or whatever. A ratchet or whatever you guys have available to you. Now before you go ahead and tighten these, before you tighten these with the drill, or if you're just doing them by hand, you don't have to do any of that. But if you are using a drill, do not tighten them quick. Like, you don't want to tighten them really fast. Because if they're not in there good, and they're not in there all the way, and they're tight, and the drill you just can't really feel it like you can by hand. So you just want to hand tighten them first to where it's good. And then if I'm going to do startup, I'm going to have to run and go grab my key for you guys. So, and when you're working on stuff like this, you do not want any leftover parts. If you have any leftover parts, go over it again, because you do not want any leftover parts. Here, let me grab this. And tighten these down a little bit. And if you feel them that they're tight, you want to stop, take them out, and put them in a different way. Because that could mean that they are not on there all the way. They're not good. Let's tighten these all down. Don't have to go crazy tight on these. You need about like 7 pounds. So that one's good. And I'm just checking all of these. You don't have to put them in all the way in anyway. Immediately. I'm just checking to see if they're any tight, like about halfway. If they're tight, take it back out, try something else. I think on the 05 there's some longer ones, which I think a long one goes there, long one. And then I think the rest is the same, I think. This is an 03, so I don't know. Sorry about the background noise, you guys. Just wind. So that one's included. Just get these in here a little bit. Yeah. But if they're tight, like right about when you get first into tightening it, do not keep going because that could mean that you do not have it in the right way or it's the wrong size bolt. It should be good on my oil. I just changed it. Just got this quad running back up and running like a couple weeks ago. And then on the 03, if you have, or 05, 03, 06, I think it goes all the way up to 08. But any between there, if it has like a shroud, do not drill a hole right there. You can just take it off. It depends. These things are sometimes a pain because they like to rust. And then there are these hexagons, which those things love to strip for some reason. I don't know why. Right up there, good. And then once I get these all in with the drill, I want to, once you get these all in and tighten it down a little bit with the drill, just go back over it and make sure they're all good. And tight and not too tight. I do not know the potential of this drill, so I'm not going to tighten super much. And just go back over them and take that off. And just go back over them with the ratchet. Just tighten them a bit. And like I said, these don't have to be like super tight. They have to be tight, but not like super duper tight. I'm saying around 7 foot-pounds around there is about what you want for these bolts. Let's get everything over here. Just tighten everything up. Because you do not want anything loose, especially in the engine. Just keep tightening these a little bit. Now, every time you replace something like in the engine, you always want to break it in a little bit. So now what you want to do, now the case is all on, what I do is I just clean it all off first. Just clean all around it. So once you start it, you know if there's any leaks or anything. Because usually it'll leak like oil or radiator fluid when you're doing this, because radiator fluid goes in right here from the radiator up top here. And then it just runs in here, goes into there. There's a turbine in here that spins it all up in the engine. And that's what cools your engine. Put some of these up. And if you have cats or anything, do not let them get to the radiator fluid that leaks anywhere on the ground or anything. You do not want them getting into the radiator fluid. I usually just put a screwdriver up in that hole and I just put it in between there. And usually you want to clamp this or drain it. I just clamped it because I just put new in it. And then screwdriver, if I have one, and there will be one here. You want to put that all the way down. Oh, dang it. Alright, so you want to tighten this pretty good. Alright, you can take this clamp off. Now, I'm going to start filling back up. I need a different screwdriver, sorry guys. It's broken. Alright, got a screwdriver. And just tighten this down. Preferably want this out. I want this pretty tight. You don't want it like super duper tight. And then just, here, I'm gonna move you guys out the way here real quick. Just put that there. And then I'm going to drop it down. So, I'm going to drop it down. There, it's all dropped down. Get it out the way. And it should be good to go. And then make sure it's not leaking or anything. So yeah. And that is how you put a brand new clutch in. And then you want to take this brake out. So, here, I'm just going to set this up real quick. There you guys. And then what comes out of this, first things first, whenever you're taking this case off on a KFX, the other quad, you want to have to take out the brake. And then just put this piece in there that comes out. And there's usually a pin that goes in there. Your needle noses or something else. Doesn't matter. And you don't have to get under the quad. But I am. I just think it's easier to get under it. And then just put that pin back in. And then go right in there. It doesn't matter what else you have. In here, it's kind of a pain to get in there. Kind of a pain in the butt to get this in here, but that's okay. gonna spin that out a little bit. And sometimes they won't want to come out, or they won't want to come through. And they'll just be a pain and not come out, go through. But mine, it's in there. And there's that. Let's turn that back. And you can buy new pins and stuff like this. You can buy them at Walmart or somewhere else. And there we go. Now it works. Now it doesn't move. Alright. There we go. And then this is for your rear tail light. This just goes right here in your brake. It's like a new spring. But yeah, and that's how you put on a clutch cover and clutch for a Kawasaki KFX 03 400. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.